So students, we are late as we are waiting for you. We are 20 minutes late. Anyway, so let us complete. In the previous class, we have started doing, as I remember, cystic fibrosis. So as we know, this is also autosomal recessive disease. And here it is due to defect in chromosome number 7. And what happens here? Symptom is the mucus there is an accumulation of mucus in various parts such as respiratory and digestive tract. So actually, during deposition of the mucus in the respiratory system, the patient get difficulty in breathing. So it's create a lot of problem. As it is, its discussion is not too much in our body, in our syllabus. However, we should know this one and what happens, their accumulation, and only symptomatic treatment is there. As you know, only symptomatic treatment can be done. Means there is no cure. And especially this enzyme DNase is utilized for its treatment. So this information about the cystic fibrosis is enough for us. The part remaining is one of disease in autosomal recessive, that is phenylketonuria. That is more important than this. Phenylketonuria. This is very important than cystic fibrosis. So as we are discussing autosomal recessive disease, so which of the following statement is correct? First, I am writing question, then I will describe about this disease. It is autosomal recessive disease. Number 2, it is inborn error of metabolism. Later we'll discuss what is the meaning. First objective is that which of the following is not true. So what are the true that I am writing? It is inborn error of metabolism. It is an example of pleiotropy also. So there are 3 important things. This is new for you, but you have to discuss. Inborn error of metabolism, it means it is a metabolic problem that comes by birth. A pleiotropy you have to discuss separately, but here I am writing what is the meaning of pleiotropy is more than one effect of a single gene. Remember, we have to study pleiotropy in detail. Now let us discuss what is happening here. So if you have noted it or you have taken the screenshot, I am going ahead. What happens in the liver? Actually, the amino acid phenylalanine must be converted into amino acid tyrosine. Our here enzyme is phenylalanine hydroxylase. So naturally in liver, this phenylalanine converting in amino acid tyrosine with help of this enzyme. And you know this enzyme is produced by a gene. So if it get affected and if there is no enzyme, then what will be happen? So you first note that what is happening here, this is a normal process. But in lack of this enzyme, if DNA get defected, in lack or function or obviously this enzyme is not there, phenylalanine cannot be converted to tyrosine. So what happens? This phenylalanine converts into phenyl pyruvic acid and its derivative. And actually these compounds get accumulates in the brain. These compounds accumulate in brain. And so hence ultimately it causes nervous disorder. So this is the symptoms. Our main question is that what is this enzyme is needed for conversion of phenylalanine into tyrosine and which of the following is not true. So first we have discussed it is inborn error of metabolism. It is an autosomal recessive trait and it is an effect of pleiotropy. This is all about the disease, mutational diseases we have discussed. Now, we have the last part of the disease. Let us talk about autoimmune disorders. The students who are attending the very first class, we have make a list. An autoimmune disorder. So first, let me clarify what is the meaning of autoimmune disorders. First, let us try to say, you might have seen some person in the society having white patches on the skin. That is a disease. I am writing that is the vitiligo. So what happens here actually in autoimmune disorder, antibody, you know, might have heard the name of antibody here. Antibody actually protects us.
Sir, is antibody made of protein only?
Just a minute, your sound is blank. Yes, what you are telling?
I was asking that is antibodies made of protein?
Yes, of course, 100%.
Okay, sir.
if you in when you will come in 12th class, you will find it a structure like this, and you can turn page number 151. You can see its structure. Because because in KVPY there is no limitation. They can ask from anywhere. So I have from the beginning started the important points. After the diseases, we will discuss the blood group systems. Then I will come on the physiology part that I told you earlier. So let me complete this one. Antibody protects from foreign substances. So later you will study that our B lymphocytes produces it. Because in later we will cover this part also. This is also important aspect. You know, nowadays what happened? We are bothering here and there for COVID vaccine. Why? Because previously there was no antibody for the COVID-19. So people were suffering from this. There is no way out. Nowadays what happens is vaccine is available. And I think you people have also been vaccinated. So now our body started producing antibody. Anyway, in autoimmune disorder, what happens? The antibody start killing our own body system. You can say it become mad. That is autoimmune disorders. First I'm telling you, explaining you, then I will write. Normally antibody, normal function, it protects us from foreign substances, from virus, from bacteria. Without antibody, no person can survive. But sometimes the antibody become mad. They start killing their own body organs. Then it is called as autoimmune disorder. I'm writing. Then you can be asked which of the following is autoimmune disorders. Where it is given, some of them are given in the 11th class, some are given in the 12th class, but we have to combine it even with some important extra. So in autoimmune disorders, what happened? Antibody recognize our own organ as foreign substance, as a foreign substance. This is called autoimmune disorder. Now, disease depends upon in which part have been recognized as a foreign substance. Let us have some example. First and foremost, in human physiology, in the 11th class, in movement and locomotion, there is a disease, myasthenia gravis. It is you will get in the 11th class in movement locomotion. First, I am writing the list, then I will explain what is happening in this. Number 2, vitiligo, that is not here, but you observe it very easily. Rheumatoid arthritis, that you will get in the 12th class.
आपने मल्टीपल के बाद क्या लिखा है?
Multiple sclerosis. Sclerosis. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
SCLEROSIS. Multiple sclerosis. Juvenile diabetes. Crohn's disease. And many more. Many other diseases also there. These are important. Otherwise, there are so many diseases. Now I am explaining what happens in it. So one by one, let us discuss. If you will turn your 11th class movement locomotion in the disease, you will find myasthenia gravis. So in first one, that is myasthenia gravis. Muscles are recognized as foreign substance. What happens here? Our muscles is there and antibody recognize it as a foreign substance. Then what will happen? Gradually muscles become weak and ultimately there is no survival. You can prolong it for the long time, but there is no survival in this. So in myasthenia gravis, it is in 11th class, it foreign substance, considered muscles as a foreign substance. Now in vitiligo, what happens? In this one, I'm describing this vitiligo now. Here, the skin color pigment, that is melanin. Recognized as foreign substance. So what happens in this case? It is not a life-threatening. Only you can see the white patch on the body. You might have seen in society in some people having white patch. So white patch, what happens? They considered as a foreign substance and there is a loss of that pigment. So in this case, there is no danger in the life, only this is the problem. But in some, as I told you, in the society, you might have seen some individual which is completely white from hair to eyebrow, everything that is completely different. That is albinism. Albinism, in which a person completely become white, is a mutational disease. It is not an autoimmune. People don't think that this white patch get combined and then whole body become white. No, both are completely different things. I'm also writing one. So this happens in vitiligo. Now come in rheumatoid arthritis. Again, this in autoimmune disorder, this is one of the important disease for you people because it is in 12th class syllabus. So in rheumatoid arthritis, what happens? You have to come on the part. First, let us talk about the joint. What happens in our bone joint? Let us see from the diagram. Suppose this is our bone joint like this. This is our bone is of the hand. This is the called as glenoid cavity. If you have studied movement and locomotion, and this is the hand of humerus. Anyway, so what happens if we move our hand like this or the leg? It moves here. So what happens here? There is a layer. Actually, there is a thin layer here. This layer is called as synovial membrane. In the autoimmune disorders, which looks more important, I am describing a little bit more. So what happens? This membrane secretes a fluid called as synovial fluid. So now what happens? This fluid make it lubricate. It is working as a lubrication when we move like this. When we move our hand and leg, we don't feel pain because there is a fluid secreted by this synovial membrane, this synovial fluid. This in physics you study lubrication. Lubricating fluid fight with the friction. It is like that. So in this case, what happens? The antibody molecule antibody recognize synovial membrane. I am discussing this one. Synovial membrane as a foreign body. Then you can imagine what will happen if there is no membrane, there will be no fluid. Ultimately, there will be severe pain in the movement of the joint. This is called as rheumatoid arthritis. Arthritis is of many types. If you have studied the movement and locomotion, joint pain is also due to uric acid and osteoarthritis. But I am talking about rheumatoid arthritis. Arthritis general means a joint pain. If there is a pain on the bone joint, is arthritis. But it is of many types. Due to deposition of the uric acid or due to problem in the cartilage, but we are on rheumatoid arthritis. This is the autoimmune disorder. Clear? So you can make or you can take the screenshot as you like, but it must be listed at one place. After this disease, I will come on the blood group system. After that, I will go in the other part. Now I am coming on multiple sclerosis. So in multiple sclerosis, you recognize here the structure of neuron, nerve cell. If you have not studied nervous system here, but you might have studied somewhere in another class, in the nerve cell or neuron, its structure is like this. There are different types of neuron, but here I am talking about I am concerned with this part here. I am not. This is called as axon. There are two types of neuron, that is myelinated and non-myelinated. In nervous system also, this myelinated has not completely discussed. I'm telling you, this part is called as axon. This is the cytone or cell body. I am not concerned with this one. And on this axon, there is a myelin sheath. It is made up of fat. In nervous system, you will study how the conduction of the nerve impulse takes place. That is, either you might have studied earlier classes or in the 11th class, conduction of nerve impulse is there. How we feel, so we can say a current passes through it. But this myelin, which is made up of fat, has a greater role. So in multiple sclerosis, what happened? The antibody recognized myelin sheath as a foreign substance. So in multiple sclerosis, myelin sheath considered as a foreign substance. And antibody started destroying it. But what will happen? Gradually there is a gradual problem in movement. And by nowadays, some medicine is there to make this process slow, only to make it slow. But ultimately, what happens? They completely paralyzed and death. As I told you earlier, there is no permanent remedies of the autoimmune disorder. Even till today, scientists don't know why the antibody functioning like a mad and why it is recognizing a particular organ only as a foreign substance. It is of many types. It is not one type. I have given some important examples for you people. Clear? So this is one of the important, it has been asked so many times, multiple sclerosis. I think you have noted it or you have taken the screenshot, children. Should I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Now, in the juvenile diabetes, it is juvenile, this we have done, multiple sclerosis we have done. In juvenile diabetes, juvenile means by birth diabetes, by birth. So, you know what is the reason of diabetes mellitus? If you might have studied digestive system, and there is a gland called as pancreas. I think you know it because in the pancreas is a mixed gland. In digestive system, you have studied pancreatic juice. But it is also functions as endocrine gland. In the sides, there is a cells called as islets of Langerhans. And it has many cells, alpha cells, beta cells, delta cells, and F cell. As I'm telling you, because you will study about it, perhaps on 11th class, little bit, not in whole detail, at 238 page, as an endocrine part of the pancreas. This beta cell produces insulin. This produces insulin. This function we will study later on. Because simply we are not doing it at its endocrine part or as a part of the pancreas. We are on the autoimmune disorder. For the base, I am telling you, this is the exocrine part. This is the Acini cell. I think you know Acini cells. These cells produces pancreatic juice. We have nothing to do here. But islets of Langerhans consist of many cells, and beta cells produces insulin. And the function of insulin is the conversion of glucose into glycogen. In the blood, glucose converts into glycogen. I think you all have studied glycogen as a polysaccharide in your 11th class in 148. So this is the function of insulin. So here what happens, the antibody target of antibody here is islets of Langerhans. Is islets of Langerhans. Just 1 minute. Just so here target is islets of Langerhans. So what happens by birth, and ultimately the newborn suffers from diabetes. So it is called as juvenile diabetes. Diabetes is of many types, gestational diabetic and other diabetic also. Here we are concerned with this one. So in all cases, we should have to know some basic things to clarify. You have some question? It is here this if you want to know this, same we have not vaccinated. Okay. But this I'm telling you about this. Actually, this alpha cells produces glucagon. This delta cell, it produces somatostatin, or it produces P protein. And it can be discussed in details in the endocrine part. Because as you know, here we have to we're discussing autoimmune disorders. That's why I entered in the organ. However, you can ask any question, no problem. So there are different cells and insulin is produced by this one. Now, we have Crohn's disease. So in this case, in Crohn's disease, the intestine considered here as a foreign body. And if we have studied the digestive system, know there are various parts: mucosa, submucosa, muscularis, mucosa, submucosa, muscularis, serosa. You might have studied here. So here this antibody, you considered it as a foreign body, start breaking this. Oh, it is one of the dreaded diseases. It is very life-threatening. Only it can be managed. It is difficult to manage. But as you know, there is no permanent cure. But it is not as dangerous as or multiple sclerosis. However, there is a danger. Now, the psoriasis, it is of many types. Simply you can write here. It is it is a skin problem again, psoriasis, and it is of different types. Just you can write here. It is an autoimmune problem. Problem of skin other than vitiligo. It is of many types. So children, it is all about your autoimmune disorders. So we have almost completed the disorders. Only pedigree we have not done, but in the next class, we'll do blood group systems. And we raise the objective question from here and try to come in the class timely. And be regular, 1, 2 students are regular. So be regular. And suppose I told you that I will describe the blood group system. So you can go through the book, whatever the information available, then I can go in the more details. So, okay. Any question from your side?